Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to try and make this card together. Okay, so it's a house mouse stamp, right? And I like it a lot. So I made this card, I did a video and I screwed up the video and I didn't like it. So I said, you know, why cheat the people that watch the video because you screwed up? So I'm gonna make this card together. I've already started coloring this up because it's going to take a while to color up. So what I figured I would do is just color a few strokes with you all, and then color off camera, and then we can assemble it together. I hope you're all okay with that. I'm using these colored pencils in case you're interested. I really like these colored pencils a lot more than I thought I would. So yay for me. What are you up to? Like, what have you been up to? You got any major plans going on for the summer? It is summertime now. I'm going to use this red, I guess. No, I'm going to use this darker red, I think. I think that will look better. I don't have any major plans for the summer. I really don't want to do anything. I told the big roommate yesterday, I was like, I'm ready just to stay in the house because the heat is so horrible. Like, I am not one to shy away from doing like grocery shopping and stuff like that, but I'm seriously contemplating doing like a 2-day pickup from Walmart now. It's just so hot here in San Antonio. I'm not sure about all the other places in the world, but it's hot. And, you know, we went for a walk. What's today? Today is Sunday. We went for a walk on Friday night. And it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock. And it was still hot outside. Like, really? Usually, you know, at nighttime it cools off a little bit. It cools off just a smidgen. No, not here. It was still hot, and I was like, and yesterday, which was Saturday, it was so hot. The thermometer said, at first when I looked at the phone, it said it was 88 degrees. I was like, 88? We can go. We can leave. And then the phone's like, oh, no, let me fix that. And then it was 100 degrees. And it said it feels like it's 106. I'm like, we're staying in. And I had plans to go out yesterday, but I was like, no, we'll just do it all on Sunday. So I really need to make a list of all the stuff that I need to get. Because once I do that, I am not coming back in. I mean, coming back out. Come back in. I'm not going back out. I want to try some black and white coloring. Not coloring, card assembly. I think I'm just going to stamp the images in black ink on white paper and assemble the card like that. I'm not really sure how that's going to work out for me, but that's what I think I want to do. So once I finish coloring the red up, I'm going to go ahead and color the stars and the mice and everything in silence. And then I'll come back once it's finished so we can go ahead and assemble the card. I don't want to make the video too long because it takes me a while to color, as you all know, and it's not a color with me video. It's just it's a card assembly video, a card making video. I don't want to keep you all too long with my babbling about how hot it is. It is hot though. I'm thinking about getting us a little, well, the baby, a little water something for the backyard. Not like a water slide, anything like that. Yeah, like a water slide, but you know, one that you can pick up and close off. The thing is, he's so dangerous. Like, he likes to plop and flop and do all things boy. And it scares mommy. I'm not gonna lie, it scares me a lot that he does that. So I have to contemplate that because I'm probably gonna get him a little pool that he can just go sit in and play in the pool. And he loves water, so again, it scares mommy and daddy on this one because pools and little kids that can't swim are dangerous. And I think I'm probably going to sign him up for some swim lessons. But his dad, he's for it, but then he's like, he's already like a daredevil. We went to Tuesday morning Was it Friday? Friday, I think. And he wanted me to buy him a skateboard. Like, he got on a skateboard and was trying to skate. I'm like, where did he get this from? Like, what cartoon showed my son skateboarding? And so I had to call his dad and do a video chat with him so he could see. He was like, babe, get him off of that. I was like, I'm not going to let him fall. Of course I wouldn't let him fall. But he was crying and like kicking up a dust because he was like, Mommy, I want a skateboard. It was so funny. I was like, son, you can't even spell skateboard. Like, you don't even know what a skateboard is. Like, he was actually getting on the skateboard and trying to skate. Crazy child of mine. Crazy child. Okay, so on this card right here, our reference card, I guess we're calling it, I actually took one of the yellows from the distress lines, and I made the cards all, I colored the stars in to make them look like that. I don't think I'm going to do that this round since we're doing two different cards. And I did cut this down because I was telling myself the other day when I was getting ready to mail off one of these cards that I had created, I was like, you need to make your cards a little bit more proportionate to the envelopes that you actually have on hand versus trying to make an envelope. Although, you know, I can do that as well. I just figure I have all these envelopes on hand and I haven't been able to use them because I have been making them the cards larger than the envelope size itself. So, you know, like, I think this is a regular A2 card, which is 4.5 by 5.5, I think. And look at my cards. This card would probably barely fit in here because I sliced it down some. And you see, I would have to cut this down a little bit more to make it actually fit inside of this card. So that is something that you have to keep in mind when you are creating. When you're cutting up stuff, keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and cut this down. All right, so I went ahead and attempted to cut everything down to the appropriate size. So this should be a 5 by 5 now. Yeah, at first it was 6 by 6. And then I think we're going to take some twine. I used washi tape on the last card, but I think I'm going to do twine on that one. And then it's still a smidgen too big. And I think I'm going to go and cut this down a little bit more. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, I think I know what I did. I was thinking that the paper was 5 or 6. So I only cut 1 inch off. I need to cut 2 inches off. So let's just make sure and then I'll be back. All right, so here we go. Doesn't look like I cut much off, but I only did a 1/2 inch. So it can be, I think I want it to look a little bit haphazard because it's already going to look like that once I complete it anyway. So why not make it look a little bit more crooked, right? So I am going to round the edges. I think I'm going to round the edges. I want to use some twine. I think this little goldish looking twine kind of pulls it all in. I could use blue, but this blue is a little bit darker in my opinion, too dark for the colors that we have going on. And I could go again and use the washi tape and this little gold star, but I think I want to just do a little, you know, something a little bit different versus the same thing. I'm not sure if rounding the edges is going to make this card stand out any more or less, and I think we'll leave those edges alone. Oh no, we have to round the edges because then we'll have much more room on the card, right, to play around with it. Which I need to start paying attention to, I never really pay attention to the size of my card base, but from now on I think I'm going to work on that premise more so than anything else. But sometimes when you get a big stamp, you have to figure out what you're going to do with that. And not all cards need to be A2 size. I am aware of that as well. So I just need to be aware that if I have a whole bunch of card bases that are A2, a whole bunch of envelopes that are A2 size, then I need to probably make my cards more A2 size versus not A2 size. And I'm thinking that I could take some string and some baker's twine and wrap it around these. what is this called? Like, this is a card base. What is this? What is the next layer called on a card? I don't know. I've never looked into it, but I'm very curious because I don't have a word for it. So I keep saying this piece of paper right here or this thing right here. So I'm thinking that I want to make this look a little bit haphazard as well, but not too much. And you've seen me do this before on a card, but I think that would be cute. Let's see. Like this. And what I do, I always just use some double-sided tape because I need the double-sided tape anyway on the back of the card, right? Nope. Can't even see it. Let's see. Nope. Let's see. I really want to put a different element on there besides that star, but I may have to. What do y'all think? Yeah, nope, it's not going to work. So we'll just plop a gold star on there. I mean, sometimes cards can be the same and different altogether, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and put some tape down on the backs of this, and this card will be almost finito. So my little roommate usually wakes some stuff up. I never wake him up unless we have errands to run, right? Because he has 0 bedtime. And I know you're probably thinking, why do you do that? Well, because we don't go anywhere. You know, I don't have a deadline to be somewhere and things like that. But when I do have to be somewhere important, we get into bed at a decent time and I wake him up at a decent time. Last night, we fell asleep on the couch watching, I'm sure, something on Disney. Do you have a Disney Channel? Do you have, like, our cable is set up so crazy. We have satellites. And for some reason, it doesn't get like the good basic cable channels, but it gets like some of the premium basic channels. So we have DirecTV, and not my choice. I actually don't like DirecTV, but the big roommate is a fan of it. So we have only for AMC, right? Because the basic cable doesn't get AMC for some reason. So we can watch, right? So he can watch Walking Dead. But I'm like, you can watch Walking Dead the next day on a platform, right? He's like, no, I got to see it when it first comes out. Like, that's how much of a deadhead he is. Like, he has to watch it when it first, like when it's airing. But now we're on this, I'm going to let the first 5 or 10 minutes play so I can just fast forward through the commercials. I'm like, what? That makes no sense. I don't really watch television, like good TV anymore. I used to watch a lot of the crime scene shows, real life crime scene shows. But I don't want the baby to, you know, be subjected to like some of the violence that's on there. He can experience that on his own later on in life, I guess. So we don't, you know, we watch a lot of kids shows. So when he was trying to skateboard, I was like, who is doing skateboarding? And I remember that on Mickey and the Roaster Racers, they were skateboarding. Daisy Duck. I'm gonna get Daisy. She was skateboarding. All right. So let's see if we can make this a little bit on the... Oh my goodness. Can you guys see that? Like, it is not crooked. It's not too nosely crooked. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. And I think I'm gonna do it just like this. I should do it like this. I don't know. I like it like that. I like this like that. And I don't know why, because this one is dead end straight as possible. You know, it's not in the center, but I like it like this. I like this. I don't know. So I'll be starting my 10 cards, 1 kit thing, I think it's called, or something like that. I have to look it up and see how I'm going to do that. Because I don't want to make 10 cards at one time. And I think I think, now this is a bold statement coming from me, and you guys will know why in a couple of weeks, because I want to be releasing some videos that I made throughout the last couple of months, like from February. I may try to use one paper pad as well. Let's see. That looks okay. Because this one kind of looks straight, right? I don't know. Let's go ahead and put a star on here and call this thing done. These dots you can get anywhere, but these came from Hobby Lobby in case you're interested. Put one there. And then why not put one on the inside, considering we didn't do anything fancy on the inside of it. All right, so this is our card that we did together, and it is a house mouse stamp, and you guys know how I feel about house mouse, but apparently there are bigger house mouse fans out there than I am, and it doesn't surprise me. You know, I'm fairly new to this whole thing, but I don't think I'm going to be as big of a fan of house mouse as some of the other people are. Just saying. I don't know their names by heart. I don't know their characteristics. I just know their names because I can read off the paper. So here we are. But you never know. I may turn into a big only house mouse stamper. And there has this little star. And this is the first one that I did. And what I did, I told you I distressed the stars to make them gold. Distressed around here with some Salty Ocean. I put a strip of washi tape. Well, that is it. I hope that you enjoyed this. I definitely had lots of fun coloring up these two cute little panels, I guess they are. Until next time, happy crafting.